Cheers to
Salud.
This Is Life. You know, we want to help people helping people. We are all here together. Why not be successful? Why not help each other? Why not be something? And there doesn't have to be so much picking and hating and judging. And this is a free judge zone. I don't judge anybody, and you always welcome in here. So let's.
I judge people all the time.
Well, you know what, dude? Cheers to good friends, great energy, and a live chat room in this podcast. Hey, yo, this is life. Thank you, everyone. Newcomers, oldcomers, friends, family. We love you all. Shout the fuck out. If you're afraid to talk to me or if I am too aggressive for you, go fuck yourself. But if you're not and you're interested in talking, you know, please pick up the phone, holler at me. My own experiences, I left at 16. I moved out when I was 16 years old, people. I had 3 jobs, my own apartment, and I had a baby, and I had things to deal with. My husband will tell you, I am a fighter, I am a strong person, and I am Jess. There's nothing less, and he is Rocky, and he never gives me anything less, and that's what's so important, you know. I am so damn blessed to have you as my partner in crime. We don't need friends, you know why? Because we have each other. Cheers on that.
Cheers on Salud.
Get the fuck out of here.
You're bugging. Well, I guess.
It is Tuesday, and we're here. They always say the first is the worst, the second is the best. Well, I'm the second show.
I'm the third one with a hairy chest.
Well, I'm just saying because I'm the second show of the night, and I know, you know, Super Ugly Show was a really good show tonight, but we are going to talk about some cool stuff. Do you want to start with either two of those subjects that you left off on that you were going to bring here?
Which one? Cherry poppin'?
We could do cherry poppin' first, or we could do the movie first.
Well, yeah, we can get your opinion on the movie.
So I was never really a fan of, I'm not a fan of any horror, and I was never really a fan of all of these movies until Rocky introduced me. And I absolutely loved The Devil's Rejects, and I loved House of a Thousand Corpses. This movie, there were so many holes that I didn't understand, but I liked the movie. It was great, and Sherry Moon was a super psycho. I loved it. She had a moment where she was talking to a cat through a grate, and the cat's dancing, and it's the weirdest looking fucking cat you'll ever see in your life, and she's going, kitty cat, meow, and she just looked so crazy.
Yeah.
It was really good. It was good. I guess.
Out of 10.
Out of 10, I'm gonna give it an 8.
An 8?
I'm gonna give it an 8.
That's still pretty good.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8.
Yeah,
It was very good. The holes that were missing for me was the ending I didn't really like or get.
Yeah.
And I just didn't understand it.
You know what else I didn't like? I didn't like that Otis had too many moments of normality.
He did. He was like, she's getting too crazy for me now, or something like that.
Like he goes, no, she's different. Remember, this is different, you know?
Yeah.
And for Otis to be saying that, like, really,
Is
guy
she
who
supposed
fucks
to be
dead
different?
girls, like,
He
she's
does
the
fuck
crazy
dead
one.
girls? He fucks dead girls?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's anything nice at all. Why? No.
It's necrophilia. It's an awful thing.
I don't think I don't
one of
think
the
that's anything
devil's
nice.
rejects.
Obviously, it's not anything nice,
He
Jessica.
woke
Whoa.
up with dead girls in his bed in Devil's Rejects. Remember at the shootout?
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. He did. Oh my God. And he really has no standards whatsoever.
Oh, none whatsoever.
Well, I mean, it's not
Oh
supposed
my
I mean,
God.
he's fucking dead things. He even said he'd fuck a dog in this movie, I think.
He might have said that, but that one
Well,
girl's boob
he
was really.
insinuated that you should fuck a dog.
You should fuck a dog?
Yeah, remember when they were talking about making
I'm sorry,
the porno?
straddling's not working out for you.
to. No, this is
Turn the chair.
I was in a good
His
position in the
thighs.
show.
He's like a fucking He-Man.
So-
I have a He-Man action figure. His thighs are fucking gigantic.
Well, if you would have asked my brother when he was 10, he was a Ninja Turtle, and at some point he was going to grow a shell.
No,
I was
but he
gonna lose
does
my
have,
pee-pee.
like,
His pee-pee was
you
gonna
know the
fall off,
He-Man
and he was gonna
action
grow a
figures I'm talking
shell.
about?
Yeah.
The old ones from the 80s.
Which
They had
one?
the craziest fucking thighs on those things.
That's
what
real
his
life.
Thighs are like. Yeah.
That's real
Right.
life.
Doesn't that like encroach on your balls and
It's
your
terrible.
cock?
It's uncomfortable all the time.
But I can ask him. What's the
No,
difference?
it's uncomfortable all the time.
You
Your
should have.
thighs-
I know. Yeah. Well, you should have asked on Super Ugly show. I mean,
Well, no, it didn't come up then.
Yeah.
Oh.
And why can't this come up here?
No. When your thighs are rubbing together all the
'Cause I
time,
have bigger
you
legs
get
too,
all
and I
kinds
get-
of ingrown hairs because it's rubbing the hair off.
So can you get a special sack to hold yourself like a hammock, like a banana hammock,
You can, right?
like a
Actually,
banana
you
hammock?
can. You can. She's right.
You know what? I just saw an
What are you
advertisement for
wearing?
underwear.
Boxers?
I
Or
wear briefs. I have to wear briefs because it holds them in front.
Yeah.
Boxers,
Oh my
they keep
God,
getting
this
pinched.
is so much for me
Oh,
right
this
now.
is so much for you.
See, I wear boxers because I'm not comfortable in briefs. Like the feeling of them wrapped around my legs.
Yeah.
I hate that.
I
He
have
does.
to.
I took
I
all
have
his
to.
underwears like that. His mother got
She
him a
wears
brand new
them.
pack. I wear
Yeah.
them with t-shirts around the house. They're
Yeah.
the most comfortable things I've ever worn in my life.
I know.
I hate the
And-
constricted feeling.
And I have a cell phone holder.
I understand, but I can't with like I can't with boxers. They're just
Yeah.
like it's too much freedom.
See, I need the freedom. I feel
Yeah.
like when, but also like my thighs still like when I sit, you know what I mean? Like you get that fucking
Yes, they're-
flushness
right.
sometimes. It's not good.
No.
No, what I get worried as
I
you
love
get
Opie
older.
Radio. He retweeted me already.
Like, you're
Opie
gonna,
Radio, you're the fucking man.
One day your balls are gonna sag too much.
Opie
and you're gonna
Radio,
sit
Opie.
on your own balls.
You know,
that's gonna happen.
It's funny. I worked in the union, local one, with this guy, really funny guy, and he talked about his father. He was a much older man. His father passed, but he was like, "Yeah, you know, we had to keep every year buying my father another toilet seat extension, so that because he kept sitting down, his balls would touch the water." Fucking hilarious. He's like, so by the time he finally passed, we had like an 8-inch extension. His balls were hanging like 10 inches off his body.
Oh my God.
That's
We could tie it
fucking
in a bow.
Hilarious. That's funny.
At that point, I would get athlete's tape
Yeah.
and
Athlete's
just
tape.
you know, like
Athlete's tape.
that
What
won't-
is athlete's
like you know
tape?
the athlete's tape that doesn't pull your hair off. They use that when they're like
on their wrists and
like
stuff.
like athlete's tape. I would use that to tape them up, but bend them in half.
Who's doing that every day?
Fold
The
it,
old man.
fold it like this. Like take the balls and
Fold your
fold them
balls,
up,
sir.
right,
Dad,
like this.
Dad, before you go out, hold on. Let me get your balls real quick.
Wait, listen to me. You have the balls, right? They're hanging. You
Oh,
fold
hold on,
them.
Hold on. Sorry. No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm not talking to you, baby.
I don't
I'm
like
sorry.
that.
It's
you,
Josh.
you fold them one time and then just put the tape so that they sit right underneath your dick where they're supposed to stay.
Okay.
So then you don't even actually see the skin because it's behind the balls and the balls
That's-
are underneath.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. That's a lot for you? As you discuss ingrown hairs? Josh,
Jess.
what can I do for you,
Big
you
Josh
sexy
in the
piece of
house.
ham?
Oh, nothing. Did I turn on? Let me turn on the camera here.
Yeah, we can't see you, buddy.
It's a better view of me though.
How's that?
You love looking at yourself, don't you?
That's fantastic.
Perfect, Josh. Oh, we love seeing that face. Look at him, the
not the
grizzly
one.
bear, the guy working out. How you doing with that?
Actually,
not
not
the
too
one.
good today. I caught my sister's head cold.
Oh no.
Yeah, we can't see you, but we can hear you.
Gotta
I
get-
can
get
see him.
active.
No, I know we can, but they can't.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry.
Keep the
everyone.
blood flowing. Get active.
You
Go
gotta-
for walks. Whatever it takes.
Yeah.
It'll help you heal quicker.
You know he's
Yeah, I did
he's
that-
big
I did
fitness
that
guy.
today.
Josh, you look quite upset. Was there some trolling going on in the chat that we didn't see before?
No, it's just I felt like I was being ignored and all that shit. It's just the depression.
Ignored by who?
People in the chat
Everybody in
earlier.
the chat.
Oh my God, Josh! I said hey when you said hey to me, but I was in the shower. You notice I type and then I'll not type for a while because I'm showering myself and I'm wet and I can't. Wait, hold on, let me rewind.
know-
I'm
I
wet
know that.
in the shower and I can't touch my phone. I'll ruin it. But I really wanted to respond to you.
Okay.
All right.
So tell us what's going on. What's up,
going
baby?
on, brother?
Oh, as my late dad would say, same old shit, different day, bigger pile.
Yeah. Did you see the three from hell?
No, it's in Knoxville. I couldn't. It's like too far for me to go.
Oh.
That's where Kane's mayor of, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, that's so crazy. Maybe
Yeah.
you can go see him. You probably could go see him and be like, I know you're the mayor, but you're also
I've
Kane.
actually
Sign this
met
for
him.
me.
I've actually met him twice.
You have? How is he? He's a nice guy?
Yeah, the only thing don't mention the Isaac Yankem gimmick from 1995. He rolls his eyes.
I have no idea about 1995 or
I don't
anything.
think any of
to
us
do
would
with-
have.
Yeah, he
Why-
just rolls his eyes at you.
Why does it look like the cat's getting teabagged right now?
The cat's holding my mic when I'm over there in the corner.
It's a different direction right there.
Yeah.
Now, what did you say to this gentleman when you met him? Did you say, "Gee, you're big"? I would have said.
How
gee,
big
you're
is he?
big.
Like really?
He's like
just
7
politely
foot.
saying I've been a fan since '95.
Yeah, yeah.
95. That's
What
a
else
long
you got
time.
going on, Josh?
Oh, I'm going to see Rambo this week.
You are? Me too, buddy. I can't wait to see it.
going to see it Thursday.
It's going to be fucking awesome.
Rocky's making me go see
I'll
it.
probably see it Friday or next Friday. I'm
You
not
should go
sure
as a
yet.
bromance.
I can't wait to hear what you think about it because I know
Take
it's going
my
to be
ticket,
fucking
go.
so dope, Josh.
What time?
Mark
is it?
said he'll go
It's-
with you.
I can't wait.
8 p.m.
Now, what do you think of him and Robert Rodriguez maybe doing Cobra?
He said it's date night.
or
I have to
Tango and
go.
Cash too?
Rainbow? Date
It's
night.
interesting because it'll be like bringing back the nostalgia of what that movie franchise was back in the day.
Yeah, yeah. I agree with you, Josh. I agree with you. Josh, you doing all right, pal? You look very, like, on the edge, buddy.
Yeah, he doesn't look well. He said he doesn't feel good. He's got
I
a
know
head
he
cold.
doesn't, but, you know.
A head
I
cold.
just want to make sure everything else is all right. You good?
Yeah, I guess so. I'll probably say something in the chat
See, I
or
fixed
some
that for
shit.
you?
But okay.
How much I love you.
All right,
perfect.
brother. Well, we're going to let you go, buddy, all
Got
right?
your back. Now you
All
look
right.
stunning.
All right, Josh.
Great
we
lighting.
love you, pal.
All right, see you guys.
All right, bye, Josh.
Later, Josh.
Bye, Rocky. Bye, Mark.
Bye,
Jason.
babe. Sorry, I'm so sidetracked tonight about this. I'm looking at the most amazing sparkly nail polish. I'm gonna do my nails when I'm done.
Why is that down here?
Because I was gonna do it while I was doing the podcast, actually, while you guys were talking. At points in times, you guys go on rants.
Multitasking.
No, for real though. You'll go into a bicker back and forth or talk back and forth, and I have a few minutes. I'll do a nail each minute.
Few minutes.
Yeah, so listen, I want to bring up the second subject from your show, which I'm really interested to talk about, which is can you lose your virginity by being fingered?
Yeah.
Because generally people think losing your virginity is just having sex or fucking. It's just fucking, right? They think penetration, fucking.
Well, male
but
on
anything,
female sex.
yes, but
dick and
anything,
vagina is-
anything that's beyond 4 inches, okay, will break a hymen because your cervix is about
That's
4,
what you said, right?
about 4.5, depending on the woman. Sometimes
4 inches, pile.
Sometimes-
4 inches.
Sometimes it's sometimes it's tilted, like you have tilted to the left, but for the most part, about 4 inches. So you're pushing up into a point of yes, you're going to tampons obviously will break a girl's hymen. So losing your virginity is not breaking the hymen; it's having the act of sex, right? Or there's
I mean, technically for a girl, it's
so a
breaking the
tampon
hymen.
broke my hymen. I lost my virginity to a tampon.
I guess.
That's what you're fucking telling me?
You heard it here first.
Yes, I mean, I guess that's not fair to use that. The hymen's the only way you really you lose your virginity is by losing the hymen. That's what if a girl plays with herself? Then
I
she
think-
fucked herself.
Right, but again, you have to have that biological standard.
Oh.
Nature is saying you're having intercourse.
Okay, so now we're back to the question of lesbian your whole life. Are you a
okay?
virgin?
I wanted to talk about this now. Lesbian rubbing, scissoring,
Even strap-on play, all that stuff.
strap-on play is sexual. That is
But it's a
intercourse.
fake phallus.
It doesn't matter. It's still being used for the same purpose.
So if you sat there and you didn't have it strapped on and you just went like this, you're going to consider that.
Nobody's getting a dildo and rubbing it on their pussy.
No,
They're
I'm
sticking it
saying
in.
putting it in them, but not strapped on.
Doesn't matter. You still that is intercourse. That is intercourse when you're using
But
a dildo.
who's
It's a
losing
penis.
their virginity in that situation?
The
Both?
woman who's getting fucked.
Yeah.
Okay, but say the other person who's doing the fucking.
No, she's not
never-
losing her virginity.
Okay,
Nothing's fucking her unless she gets a double sided, and that's
so
always
say
a good
she
time.
She'll. But so that woman
Oh
typically
shit!
never will lose her virginity then if she's a top.
No,
as
she
we
Right.
will.
say.
She
Right.
will lose her
Right.
virginity because if she uses tampons, she's breaking her hymen.
No, but I'm saying in a the
in,
way-
in
a
a
relationship,
physical
right,
sense.
right, right.
Okay, in a physical
well, no,
sense.
in a physical sense is the hymen. In a metaphorical, I guess, sense. Or
It's
a,
metaphorically.
Metaphorically
what would you call
speaking.
that?
Metaphorically.
I mean, like societal
Yeah.
sense.
Societal.
Yeah,
What the? Is that really? Is that something? Societal?
In that
I mean,
personal
society decided
Yeah.
what virginity was. Right? People decided what
Societally.
Right.
what
right, right.
That's what
virginity
we're going
was.
with.
Yeah,
So,
I agree.
I mean, there's really no other form of people who would, I guess, be responsible for it. Right?
Right.
Unless
Hopefully.
The term I'm saying. The
Right.
term.
Right.
So
But I don't agree. I think, I don't know.
So the lifetime females, gay,
I just
they're
think
never.
you're always a virgin.
They're always virgin. Okay.
I think so. Like you're,
That's,
I guess you're a virgin, not a virgin in the sense of lesbianism.
yes, but
Okay.
with a man. Well, male and female have to
Yeah.
be separate. I was with a
Yeah.
woman first,
I-
right? So
yeah.
I lost my virginity
Me
to
too.
a woman when I was
too.
when I was just turning 13.
She was 87. I was 13. It was really hot. Imagine that
Can't even stand it.
87,
14, I was 14,
74-year
she was 16. I
gap.
don't even know how old she was.
Ooh, that's aggressive.
That'd be the worst experience for a 13-year-old boy ever.
What, an
man.
87-year-old woman?
Imagine-
But if the lights are off,
but
would
what
he
if
even
he's
really know?
into
How
it?
would he even know?
Oh,
You
you'd
would
feel
know
the skin.
touch. Oh my goodness, touch.
Not if it's a skinny woman.
That
No.
waxy fingers.
No.
What do you mean? Because their skin gets soft.
Oh
They
my
like turn
God.
into like little soft.
It's
soft.
like touching a pug, you know, when your fingers can go
the
between
more-
the rolls.
You know personally?
Not 74.
Whoa, wait,
No,
whoa.
74 is the gap. 87. I
Oh,
said
right, 87.
87.
No.
If you break
What-
your hymen by accident, how does that equate to a sexual experience?
It doesn't equate to a sexual experience. That's why I'm saying it's different. If a
Right.
tampon does it, you don't. It's not your virginity.
Dave, feel
having
free
the,
to call
doing
in,
the
Dave.
act, having the act of sex,
Yeah.
I guess would be.
He
Again,
says
it-
should only be viewed in a sexual sense.
Yes, of course, because as a young woman, you're coming up. Back in the day, we didn't have tampons, so
Right.
nobody lost their virginity till they were fucking 18.
Right. Again, it's
They lie about it.
When did
biological.
tampons come around?
They were not out back that time. They came out in the 80s. Tampons came out.
Look
Tampax.
at
I don't
looking
know.
at us.
I'm
Like we're
gonna-
supposed to know.
I'm gonna look
I
it
thought
up
they
right
were a
now.
thing.
I'll look it up because I'd like to know. Probably like I'm gonna say the 80s.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I
before
always
then they
thought
wore
were a
diapers.
thing.
When they did. What's going on? Unfiltered marriage.
Hey Jess, how's it going?
Good, baby. How are you?
Devious Dave Rose in the house. What's up, brother?
I've seen better days, but I'm still alive and kicking.
What's-
It's not as hard you can punch. It's as hard you can get punch and keep going. So
Fucking
And
right,
get
Dave.
back up. That's right. We get back
That's
up.
fucking right, Dave. We also have Jess's brother and my very handsome brother-in-law Mark with us tonight.
He
What's
is
up,
with
Dave?
us tonight.
nice to meet you. I've never had a chance to speak to you.
Yeah.
He's my baby brother. He's my baby brother. There's 5 of us, but him and I happen to have like one of the coolest connections as far as like siblings.
And he's also quite easy on the eyes.
Now, according to the law, in regards to, I can't remember the term, but like what's passed and you can't be charged on. How many bodies are in the Hudson due to you protecting your sister?
Oh well, I'll let my brother answer this question. Do you want to answer that?
No, go ahead.
Absolutely 0. You know why? Because that was actually me.
I plead the fifth.
It was me.
No,
No,
wait till
it
you
was
hear
me
this.
who tormented my brother's girlfriends. It was
Yeah.
me who fought boys. It
I
was
never
me.
had a chance.
He didn't have a chance. I would knock him
Never
out
had a
first. I was
chance.
very, I'm
Yeah.
very, but I'm very good with defending myself.
Yeah.
I was always able to take care of myself.
That would be more Robert, right? Like Robert was more
My
of
older
that
brother.
role model.
Yeah, Mark was my younger brother. I beat the shit
I
out
was
of people
busy.
for him. You were what?
I was busy sex and football.
He was
Yeah,
macking it. My
see,
brother was
Dave-
selling Playboys in 7th grade out of his locker. He'd steal from my dad's room.
Dave,
true.
Dave, you might not know Jess very well. So Jess is one to immediately confront confrontation head on and be the first one into the fray at all times.
In front of anybody I love.
Yeah, at all
And-
times.
Sounds like me. I like her. What's your
Yep.
sign?
I'm a Taurus. Look at these muscles.
Oh, okay. I'm
Look.
an Aries. So.
Oh, Aries. Good boy. That's my mom right there. Look at this. Like guns for days.
Yeah, but she slowed down in her
Old age.
no.
Fuck you. I'm only 38. Fuck you.
She slowed down ever
very
since being
proud.
married and having
So
children.
I'm the geezer on the call here. I'm 39.
Oh, that's all right.
Yes.
Listen, it's only as much how old as you feel, all right?
right.
I feel like I'm 25. Yeah, I'm very fit.
That's exactly how old I feel. Like, I mean, I keep looking at this world. It's just like, I think maybe I'm a little too naive sometimes, but it's just like the world has some awesome things. It's just, it's too bad that there's so much shit that gets intermixed with it,
Oh.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
And someone asked me that the other day. They were like, because it was my birthday, and they were like, "Oh, how old do you feel? Do you feel 36?" And I was like, "I feel like I'm 21."
Yeah.
Like, take fucking care of yourself for more than
Yeah.
one
You
meal,
know what,
and
though?
you
Like,
might feel some
you're
difference.
in more better shape, but like when I do get actual like physical and like do things, like I do notice I get winded quicker.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a
Yeah,
little
but
bit
I'm
longer to get back my wind.
Do
know
you
what I
not
mean?
feel
Like-
that you're in better shape now than we were when we were kids?
Oh yeah.
Like, I feel like now I'm so much more careful. I take such good care of myself. I mean, no one would think I had 3 children. I'm a fucking size 2. But I work really hard. I'm very strict. And my brother, too, is a very strict with his diet and taking care of him. And my husband, too. I mean, if he took maybe actually 1 or 2 days to
Noise, Dave. Did
box
you do
out,
something?
he, is it me?
There we go.
Oh, that's right. Every time I mute, you guys actually get static. Sorry about
Yeah.
that.
That's okay.
I
That's
just
okay.
don't want to interrupt you guys. You
No,
know?
no, it's fine.
You're not interrupting at all. It's not a big deal. But no, if we all work out or do that things, we would just kind of pick up where we left off. Some people wait too long,
True.
and
Yeah.
then it's like, how do you start over?
Yeah, I see a lot of friends in the same thing that see them at reunions, whatever, and
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh my god, if I had time," I'm like, "Well, when are you gonna start making time? Because
Yeah.
you're gonna use that same excuse in
Exactly.
5 years."
Yeah, well, you got time every Sunday to watch the fucking Giants, don't you?
Right.
Dave, why don't you tell us again for everybody who's listening that's new and for my brother, what do you do again? Who are you? Who is Dave?
Dave is many things, but
Oh.
above everything else, he is devious.
Ooh, devious Dave. Now I'm taking out the nail polish.
And I've been around for a while. I've been associated with many different people. And I've always been very consistent. I've always seeked the truth. I've defended what needs to be defended. And I've shit on, criticisms that have been, levied out there. And again, like we talked about this last week where I addressed the fact that when people came out and spoke about you, totally unrelated to what Rocky was doing.
Oh, right,
It doesn't matter whether Rocky was triggering people or not. It's the fact is, what did you have anything to do with it?
Right,
you know?
right.
And I called it out, and I got criticism for it and so forth. Or I called fake for not saying anything, and or like not mentioning my disposition. But it's just like you've already dealt with some of these retards in the audience, well, not your audience, but the community, as it were. I'm
Right.
not going to mention their names to give them the
No.
they
Let
want.
me say something really quick. I don't want to cut you off. I'll let you go right back to it, but I want to say something, and this is going to make a big difference for everybody.
It's your
And
show.
I hope that this is coming out in the most loving way that I can send it. There's not one person, and I love all of you. I love all of you who come in and conversate and talk to me. I love everybody, negative and positive, because guess what? When they're negative, I only grow. However, none of you sleep in my bed, and I don't care what any one of you think personally of me, because you don't know me. If you
Nor-
knew me, you'd know I'm the person that would take my shirt off my back as soon as I see someone outside. I'll feed them. I'm a giving, loving person. I have 3 children. I'm a good mom. I'm a great wife. But on here, of course, everybody talks how they want to talk and they act how they want to act. It's part of being on a show. So if someone said, "Oh, Jessica, she's this big fucking jerk job, runs the household," and they put a picture of me with all these dicks around my face on the internet, do you know what I did? I actually laughed and then sent a message asking for a better face pic next time. It doesn't bother me. I don't care. So when my husband defends me, I love that, but I don't need that, because I'm not going to go home and go, "They don't like me. My life is over." No, I'm like, "Can I get another glass of wine and can we go fuck? It's something better to do here." You know what I mean?
It's good for a good chuckle, but other than that, like really this is the way I like to equate it, is that when somebody gives you a worthless opinion, just treat them like you would toilet paper. You wipe your ass with it, you flush it down the toilet, and there it goes.
He sounds like he could do a commercial for like toilet paper. That was a toilet paper commercial. Can you do that again? Flush it down the toilet. There you go.
Flush it down the toilet, and there you go.
We bring up that we want to bring up.
All right, Dave. Yeah, but actually, we wanted to talk about the give me your phone.
I'm gonna
You
give him
have
my
it.
phone right now. I found
I
this
might
really
even have
awesome.
it here, so hold
I got
on,
it right here.
let's see.
Open. Boom. Dunzo.
Okay, it's the Purdue Pharma, the drug company that's being sued.
Hmm.
You know
Yeah.
that one.
I've been following a little bit about the story.
Yeah, it's killed over 400,000 people. The opioid, obviously, OxyContin. They filed for bankruptcy because they had to pay out. What was it? I forget what it was.
A lot.
It was hundreds of millions of dollars.
A
maybe-
lot.
Possibly even billions. Correct? Like maybe. Even,
I think it was something billion. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
But
And you
now
know what
they-
the advantage to them is about declaring bankruptcy is that they can pay it off. They have sufficient funds to basically restart under a totally different name.
Right.
Yeah.
And they still own the patents that are still going to keep killing people.
Right.
This is where I don't understand. I'm glad you're here because, maybe afterwards we could talk again about what you do. I forgot. He does something serious, doesn't he?
No, but it doesn't matter
No?
what he does.
All
but
right.
He's just very
Anyway,
smart.
Yeah,
He's
no,
very
he is very
well-versed.
smart. That's what I'm saying. He does
Yeah.
something that he's very
Very
smart like this. So
well-versed.
this is my thing. Okay. So we know that this combination of drugs together are killing people and are addicting kids and people that to a point of no saving them. So why are they still allowing under the drug federal law to make this pill with any other name on it? Because this specific combination is obviously not working.
Money.
I can tell you why.
Go.
There is sorry, Mike. Were you going to say something?
No, you go.
Okay.
And it's
okay.
Mark.
It's Mark.
It's funny.
Mike.
It's not reported,
Mike.
but it happens.
Right.
Trump has actually been making several efforts towards this to combat this. It's not being reported. Here's the actual fact. China has publicly stated, and you can find these documents available, that state that they're basically waging what's called asymmetric warfare. Symmetric means even. Asymmetric means uneven. What they're doing is they're basically attacking America in multiple different ways, whether it be stealing intellectual property or it's flooding the market with fentanyl. So what's happening is they make huge deals with Amazon, with eBay, with all these independent manufacturers or even pharmacies, and they give them these drugs at a very discounted price.
On
so
Amazon?
on the level on
Yeah.
the surface, it's like, oh, we're providing the drug that you claim that you need so that you can treat your people. We already know fentanyl is super deadly.
Yeah.
Okay, you need like 100th of fentanyl compared to, say, heroin to overdose.
Of
okay?
course, yeah.
But the Chinese have actually come out and publicly said that they want to wage war against anyone that opposes them. So whether it be through the economy with tariffs, whether it be through importing drugs, whether it be stealing intellectual property, the Chinese have made it clear that they are in that game. And Trump has actually made some fairly good
We're losing.
combating this, because he's even said, look, China, you've got to stop importing this stuff or we're going to hit you with even more tariff. A whole trade war going on. But like China said, okay, yeah, we're gonna lower the amount of fentanyl that we're selling you. But the problem is, it's that it's complicity from both sides. China, which wants to sell it and mess with America, and it's companies like Amazon and all the pharmacies that are basically saying, hell yeah, I'll take that drug at a discounted price. I mean, we can make a profit.
Absolutely. And because they don't give a shit about anybody it's touching, it's not them directly.
No, not at all.
Absolutely.
And again, here's the thing, though. There's things like insurance. I mean, like these underwriters that cover these pharmacies, or pharmaceutical companies, I should say, have enough money to basically deal with a settlement as opposed to actually taking the drug off the market, because it's more profitable to keep the drug on the market than to basically take it off. Like that's why they're always doing settlements, because it's cheaper that way. They're stockholders keep making their money, they keep making their profits, people keep dying, but guess what? They can afford it.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
the thing that people don't understand.
Right.
I said the same thing about Kevin Hart on a smaller scale, that he'll just pay this girl off a little bit of an amount just to make this go away.
Right.
You know what I mean? The girl that's suing him for $60 million, she won't get 60, but she'll get something, and it'll be like, here's money, just go away.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but these companies are dealing with billions of dollars.
Oh yeah.
Give us a little bit
So
of your.
few hundred millions, it's nothing to them. They
Right.
make
This is
billions, so they
presidential
don't
stuff.
care.
Like
Yeah.
Big Pharma is involved in the U.S. government. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of stockholders and people on their boards that are sitting in Senate and Congress and all this other shit.
Yeah, and
Think
this
about
is.
this.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go.
No, I was just going to say, think about this. You've got in the 1980s where Rumsfeld, Donald Rumsfeld, essentially works for the Reagan and Bush administration. He makes deals. There's photographs of this. Him shaking hands with Saddam, selling chemical weapons. He then gets involved with the FDA, and he approves, knowing the side effects of it, aspartame. So
That's
that
right.
then starts to be basically utilized, as opposed to saccharin or whatever they call it, like a replacement sugar. It's already known that it causes massive damage to the body. But he, not only being part of the military-industrial complex, but part of the pharmaceutical cartel, he's got the connections necessary that will allow him to continue to conduct that operation and never be either questioned or even jailed for his clearly criminal acts.
Now,
That's just one guy.
what are some normal household items aspartame's in other than like Diet Coke?
There's the that cream stuff that you use, some people use to like instead of like actually having cream or anything like that, it's like a cream substitute.
What,
Yeah, the
that
cream
powder?
is.
All
The
substitute
powder?
shit it is.
It's in it's actually in cough drops. It's in gum now.
Yeah.
Really?
It's everywhere.
Every gum brand uses it now.
This is what my
Hey,
brother, when I show him stuff, I'll get stuff and I show my brother first. What do you think about this? Because my brother reads everything. And not that I can't take the time, but he's so educated. I'm really loving this conversation. Keep going.
Sounds like me though. I love that's the thing though. I'm like a sponge to reading, to like knowledge. Like if I find interesting information, I'll spend hours before I realize how much time has passed reading this stuff up. So like I've read up patents and like legal documents and stuff, and to me I just find it interesting. You can call me a nerd all you want, but the fact is
Nerd
that
alert,
I
we
have
love
this
that.
knowledge.
Now with
Yeah,
YouTube though, like I get in these YouTube wormholes where I learn from YouTube now. You know what I mean? Where like I'll watch a bunch of like just random shit like hippo videos out of nowhere. Where like now I sit there and spend
Hippo
like,
births
I'm
were
not
at dinner. He's
kidding,
like,
where,
"You wanna
I'll
see what
watch an
happens,
hour and a
baby?" I'm
half
like,
on hippo
"No."
videos and their fucking behavior patterns and
It's
all
true.
sorts of different shit.
He
But
does
like I'll
that.
just find this one random thing and then go on like a weird YouTube
Yes.
wormhole.
Those are the greatest, sort of paths where it's just like you start to just randomly find videos that just pique your interest, and you get yourself into a deeper hole, and like you start learning about stuff that you never even started. You start with hippos, you end up learning about like Saudi Arabia's involvement in 9/11, which
But
It's the
seriously,
fucking
because
truth.
Because those
Dave,
recommended
Link
videos
off a
on the
link,
right.
off a link,
But-
off a link.
But you see that recommended video on the right, and you're like, "Oh shit, look at that!
Yeah.
Really, Brad Pitt likes to ski?
Yeah.
Okay, let's check
Oh
that out."
my
And
God.
then all of a sudden, Brad Pitt likes to ski. The next one is Hitler goes skiing, and now it's a Hitler video. And then by the time you know it, you're World War II, France, and you're actually learning something.
And Brad Pitt's in there somehow.
Maybe-
Not Brad Pitt. ends
No,
up
but
in
maybe
there.
it's like a way they trick you into actually learning things.
Oh, I
that
see.
wormhole.
I think but again, I think it's more of a funnel towards the things they want you to know.
It's only what they want you to
Because
know.
the more you look into history and Nazis and that whole era,
Yeah.
like the more you realize
Careful, I
they
feel like- I
weren't
feel
the
like-
monsters
Oh my God!
that
yes.
we may have been
they murdered
portrayed.
millions of people. They're monsters. Sorry.
Yeah,
Who's
did they?
monsters?
so did the Soviets. You know what?
Did they?
Mike?
Yes,
I really
yes,
dig you.
yes, they did.
Did they?
There's
He
no
said?
account.
Yes,
There's
I
less
think so.
accounts.
Yes, they did.
There's less
Let's
accounts.
just say yes, they did.
Okay, yes they did.
Let's just say yes.
Oh my God.
Dave,
Agree to disagree.
Dave, real quick, Dave, what are you on Facebook? If you don't mind, if you want to do it off the air, then I'll get it from Jessica.
Let's do it off the air because.
Do I have you on Facebook, Dave?
Nobody.
Oh well, we could do it.
Yeah, we'll do it off.
get
We'll be a
Skype or
Super Ugly
something.
show, Dave. Why don't you do a
Get-
Super Ugly show and Mark
Or-
give him
wait,
yours?
Yeah, get Skype.
You know
Go
what?
add
Dave,
my
Dave,
brother.
are you looking at the?
Go add
yeah,
my
Dave's
brother.
in there. Okay, so Dave, I'm going to put my info in.
No, don't do that.
the
Why?
chat.
He could have his
I want
own-
people to follow me. I don't mind.
All right.
Yeah, yeah.
No, you can always just give Rocky your info and he'll send it to me, and I can contact you on Skype, and you
Yeah.
know we can do it.
on
private.
Skype.
I have-
what kind
I
of
have
videos
people- I
going
have-
on?
I have people
No,
following
but
me
Dave
from
doesn't have
around
any
the
social
world.
media really except Skype.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, people, I just want to interject for a second. People think that I'm like super pro Trump, and again, I'm a Canadian. There's a lot of stuff I supported from him, but the Attorney General Barr actually just today, I believe, barred. No pun intended. Information coming out about Saudi Arabia's involvement with 9/11 due to national secrets. So any point that I want to be critical about Trump, I will. Problem is though that people seem to sort of always say I'm 100% pro-Trump when like literally I could like list off all these different issues.
Can I
that
tell you a
told
secret?
the guy on.
Can I tell you a secret?
What's up?
Between you and me and this beautiful fucking nail polish, I'm pro-Trump. And I don't give a fuck who isn't. And guess what? I don't care if anybody cares that I am. I like what he's doing, and I'm just going with the flow. Because you know why? I'm just over here living my life and letting them live their lives.
More importantly, though, it just sounds like all of us are logical individuals that even if we were to encounter somebody that we politically disagree with, A, we don't have any problem associating with them.
No.
B,
No.
we can have a rational discussion.
Right, it's your opinion,
Not
it's
a
your life,
debate,
dude.
not an argument, just a discussion. And if we, at the end of it, we don't agree, well, we don't agree. But we still see the value in each other as human beings, and we realize that politics really is bullshit.
I can
course.
get passionate though.
That is
Sometimes
true.
I
Everybody
can
gets
get
passionate, but you know what though? Either
We
way, you're
call
not
it
going to
passionate,
change
but
the
really
way
it's-
somebody
I can
else
be a raging
feels or
fucking
thinks. You know what I'm
lunatic.
saying, Dave? You're not going to make them change their mind. They're not going to go, oh, you know what? You sound right. I'm going to follow you now. They're going to still have their views. And why can't everybody have their own fucking space? You do you, I do me. I don't want to do you, and you don't want to do me. But we could just do each other around here on the other side. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Bye. How you doing?
You know
And
the
if you're
conversation.
really looking to change opinions, you can change opinions much better with a compassionate view, understanding both
Compassion.
sides.
We
than
love
you
compassion
can by
here.
telling somebody how to think or
We're a
what.
compassionate place.
Right. I think that's
Who is-
that's really important
Me.
is when you're discussing things with people and they don't have the same views as you, the information that you give them, if you give it respectfully, might spark them to look up some things and see it at a different angle. Same as for me, when I'm discussing something with somebody, I see that I may have something
Now,
to
let me
learn
ask
a
you
different
this,
opposing
though.
view.
Now, typically, someone who's going to look something up that is having a discussion with you is going to look up something opposing your argument. They're typically not going to look up your argument and go, well, let me read their argument. They're going to go, let me find an argument to debunk
Read
their
this.
argument.
Possibly.
So I can go,
Possibly.
you're full of shit, and here's why.
Yeah, but
And
that's
then
not
you
the
go,
person that I continue
"But no,
talking to. You know, like if anyone's just
But
looking,
hold on, how is that fair? Because maybe their thing is legit, and now you're just being unfair.
that's not necessarily true.
Well, that's
Well,
the thing.
you're
Not
just
everyone
not
can
But that's
talk
not-
to them
that
because
way.
of the article. they
That's not a
said.
respectful conversation. If every time I talk to somebody,
If it's every time, I get it.
Yeah, right.
If it's every time, but I mean, you still have to read
No,
the
but
other
Rock,
side.
dude, I'm not okay. It's not everyone's like that. Like, for example, you come to me and you say, like, "Did you know about this?" I'm like, "I had no idea about it." You know what? The onus is now on me to research this to see whether or
Yeah.
not this is true, or do I get even triggered by seeing this information?
Wrong
Like,
pipe.
the fact is, if you're not scared about the truth,
Hands
you're
up.
gonna even
Hands up.
expose yourself outside your comfort zone to learn about something that maybe you never knew about or that you thought you knew about but you really didn't.
Well,
I
that's
mean,
what conversation should do. Is be a learning experience. That's what conversation was for originally.
No attacking,
It
no
was,
pride.
to tell stories and give people experiences and learn from those experiences.
more
and
than
shit
pride,
like
it's
that.
ego.
Yeah, everybody thinks
There
that they
we
know
go.
everything.
That's
Well,
the
that's
key.
the thing.
It's
Everyone
ego.
thinks they know better. Everyone knows better than the other, and no one wants to listen.
Can you be quiet,
Which,
please?
You know what? I find in my life, I listen when I feel the person's worth listening to, because Dave, did you mute it again? Killing me.
Oh God damn it! Dude, sorry. It's a force of habit. I've got that whole respect thing,
It's
but
all right.
I
But,
forget about the technological issues on your channel. But okay, my apologies.
But when they're not, when they're
Sounds
not
like he's
worth
got a
listening to,
recorder.
I immediately go
He's
into this
recording my
mode
voice
of,
for later.
I wish you would just shut the fuck up and get away from me. Like, I don't want to hear a word out of
Right.
your mouth.
Right.
You-
It doesn't have to be an argument. Your opinion, my opinion. Your opinion,
no,
my
but
opinion.
it's not
You're
even. It's
learning
a
from
matter
each
of an
other.
argument. You just talk to some people and you go, "Oh, you're a complete fucking idiot."
Yeah,
Get away
some
from me."
people are like
Okay,
that for sure.
Building on that, can I just say one thing? Building on that is, have you not, all three of you, never encountered a situation, because this is how I run things, is that I realize that unfortunately too many people are comfortable in the rut. So the only way to wake them up is to like literally shake them out of their apathy and actually expose them to like ideas that they might find negative, so that it at least starts them thinking about the other side of the argument. It's aggressive. It's
There's just always two sides,
No,
and
you're
nobody
right.
wants
You're
to see
absolutely
that.
right, Dave. That's the best. So again, you have to deal with everybody differently, and I feel like through my memes on Facebook, it gives some. No, it's true, because it gives somebody something that makes them feel uncomfortable, and I don't want to get into it. Okay.
So you tell me you meme, bro?
I do.
I mean, bro. You mean,
Dude.
bro.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm a meme vet.
Oh, man. I'm a
the
meme war veteran.
competition.
No,
Oh,
no, I'm meeting a brother in arms here.
Yeah, no, this is awesome.
We fought the same fight, basically. It
Yes.
sounds like.
All right, we
And
are
that's
definitely
why
gonna.
Rocky actually said he thinks that you two would be a great like meet talk wise. You know what I'm saying? This is like a fucking dating site. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. So no, but it's a
yeah.
good connection. Keep going.
Yeah, no, I think that it's absolutely imperative to give people the information that makes them feel uncomfortable. And again, like I said, I don't really want to get into it. I know you guys probably don't, but it's the same thing like 9/11 and the backstory of what is surrounding that whole God, it's unbelievable how deep that story and the actual information goes, or the rabbit hole they call it. You know, it is just incredible. Nobody wants to believe that America had anything to do with it. And you know what? The American government itself may not have. The problem is they turned a blind eye to a developing issue. Obviously, owner of the buildings, opens up an insurance policy 30 days before, makes trillions of dollars back, doesn't even have to pay that money back in to rebuild the whole area, and then he sells it. Makes another couple of $1 trillion.
But we're not saying exactly. We're not saying specifically
again,
our government was
right,
involved, but there were
exactly.
other people that had to be involved.
But to have, like I posted the video the other day of Bush, he's sitting there with the kids.
You hung up on him?
No, where'd he go?
I don't know. Hold on, I just want to grab another beer. I'll be right back. You guys keep going.
Yeah. So like it's the same thing. Like Bush again was sitting there. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, just let it. Dave, you there?
He's back.
Yeah, I'm back. It sounds like I guess we were hitting too close to the bullseye that I got disconnected.
Yeah, it always
They
happens
were
that way.
figuring it out,
Convenient,
and all of a
convenient.
sudden-
Now it's on, the podcast. So it's
Well,
like
I actually was trying to send basically something that I'm famous for, meme-wise, is an image that I created, which I got some heat on. I'm sure I'm on some sort of government list for it.
Aren't we all?
But if you can look at the Skype chat in just 1 second, you're going to see an image that I created that I like. If you look it up on the internet, you'll find it. If you just use the words that I put on the title there, and basically it probably upset quite a few people because it basically discusses a current issue here in Canada. The fact that Trudeau,
It won't let me. It won't
Justin
let me,
Trudeau literally is like a meme himself. He's a living meme. He dresses up in literally every costume he can. People who criticize others for like their whatever cultural appropriation. When you see this image finally pop up, you're gonna see that this guy literally is the king of that.
Jesus.
There you go, Rock.
Where
It's
is
up.
it? I'm waiting for it. Oh. Okay, here we go.
This is real. None of this is photoshopped.
This is
These
most
are
prolific
all
Canadian
actual
actor
photos.
ever. This is all the same guy? This is
the-
Trudeau.
This is the
Trudeau.
Prime Minister of
That's
Canada.
the Prime Minister.
Yeah, this is Trudeau. Holy shit.
Wow.
Academics.
Anybody else doing that, even Joe Biden, who's like the left loves, even if Joe Biden did this, he'd be called out for cultural appropriation.
Yeah,
Oh my
Chinese,
God, that's
Jewish,
awesome.
Arab, French, soldier, Hindu. Scientist. Kabuki. When was he a Kabuki?
Who?
this is awesome. Prime Minister of Canada.
Justin Trudeau.
This is our Prime Minister, Jess.
Okay, got
Like
it.
literally, this is the guy that's supposed to lead our country. Look at this guy.
You see him? Look, he was a Kabuki at one point. You see
What's-
that? Like the Japanese maid type lady back in the old samurai type days and
Who
shit.
is that?
That's Justin Trudeau. He's the Prime Minister
Trudeau.
of Canada, like their president.
He's the
Oh my
president.
God.
He's like our president, but basically way more cucked.
Wow, that's so crazy.
Even Obama was more masculine than this guy.
I love how they put like kayaker though, like as if he can't kayak. Like God damn him, you're a kayaker and cricket player, Star Wars rebel. Like they should have
A
got
Star
rid of the
Wars
silly
rebel?
ones and just left the regular ones. Like the Islamists,
my
Native
favorite two
American.
are heterosexual and politician.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Those are the
He
only
is
two
neither,
fantasy.
yes.
Because there's what?
He's neither.
He's neither.
There's another image I could show you, but basically, like he's walking his kid in a stroller at
this
the
image?
Banks of Pride
1998
Parade.
prank?
He lets the kid go on a hill, so the kid in the stroller starts to roll, and he like runs up to these two trannies, and basically like he hugs them and all that, and like basically his wife has to go and catch the stroller that he just let go with the kid fucking just sliding down a hill, and like as soon as she catches the kid and he comes back to her, there's a photograph of her slapping him in the back of the head.
Her husband?
Yeah.
Well, she should have slapped him in the head. He threw the
She
fucking
also stopped
stroller.
wearing his ring. She stopped wearing their wedding ring.
I would have slapped him too. Maybe not in the
boy.
head,
I
but I
want to
would
bring
have punched
this
him
up.
somewhere.
We were Dave. I don't know if you have these yet up there in the north, but we're in the grocery store the other day, and a googly-eyed friend walked by.
Oh my God.
Should I say rolled by? Now they have these robots, Dave, in the Stop and Shop by us, where they make it all cutesy. They put like those googly
is not
eyes that you
cute
would put
at
on like an
all.
art project.
I'm pulling
like
it up.
These big ones.
It's not cute
And,
at all. Actually, it bugged me the fuck
it
out,
rolls
and I don't
around,
like it
and
at all.
No one knows why. Everyone expects facial recognition, but you
I
look
don't
at
like it.
and you go, "Why would this thing be here?" For
It
what
fucking
reason?
bothers me.
They say
okay?
that it recognizes spills and disturbances in the store and notifies the store.
That's what they
which is
say.
Weird.
That's what they
People
say.
Just go, "Hey, there's a spill over here."
Yeah.
Here, show him. Can you put this bigger? Can you put this to the thing?
Yeah, I can put it to the tip.
All right. No, this thing not only bothers me, okay, but as I'm like walking around with Rocky, I'm like, I want to look at it. So I'm like, it looks too robotic. Back up a little bit. Right there is good. It's like this tall fucking figure with googly eyes on it, and it rolls around like it doesn't touch anything, so it obviously can sense it's around it, but it's like looking at you with these weird fucking eyes. I don't like it.
The eyes are the fakest thing.
I've seen those, and they put those eyes because if you don't have those eyes, they actually look even more freakish.
It's creepy. Like
Yeah.
what the hell?
And
And
the stickers like it smile, the warning
And
sticker
sure
on
thing
it.
is just spills and stuff. I'm sure it's not scanning your RFID chips inside your credit cards, anything like that, or the
Look at these. Did you
Cell
see
phone
them yet?
data.
I know.
Every
They're so
item
fucked
you have
up.
in your shopping cart usually has a RFID. What if this thing is just coming up and I'm like, oh, it's this, like let's see
And
if
they
I
know
can
what we
recommend
like.
another
It's
product.
true.
And they find out why we're buying so much orange juice.
Yeah, but you know what?
Fight Club.
It's selling you
Fight Club.
specific because then they can sell that information if you are the person because they can tell it's you by your phone.
Yep.
Now they
Yeah, the
know
advertising.
send this to Coca-Cola and this company because they were buying your products are in their cart. And now all of a sudden Coca-Cola will pay a good amount of money to know who to target.
Fucking
Exactly.
That is so.
robots and all.
I just don't like the whole in general now. That looks like something that would start off more robots being around,
I
and
wish
I'm
they
not
would-
they're
alright
gonna
with
be.
that.
I
They're
wish
gonna
they
be.
would make them like sexy robots like in Rocky 4 though.
You know
What?
they have
What?
they have really crazy sex robots.
No, but remember the sexy
What,
robot
Mark?
in Rocky 4?
It's true.
She came
How
in
do you
happy
know
face
about
on
They
me.
those?
changed the voice.
Change the voice.
Well, Paulie changed the voice. And
Oh, my
Dave,
God.
answer me this. When the kids are home alone with the robot, when the parents left them alone on Christmas to go to Russia and left them with a robot,
They
does
did leave him with a robot.
Does the robot talk sexy to the kids?
No, I think actually Polly was smarter than he made himself out to be because he first of all changed the voices, the voice of the robot. Probably had some.
No,
relations
but
with
at the
it.
car. Remember at the car, she goes, "See you later, boss. You got your toothbrush." Like he got in the car right then and there. Do you think he was like, "Hold on, guys, let me change the robot voice," or did he just dip?
Maybe the robot just knows how to talk to who.
I don't think so.
what do you mean? How to talk to
No,
who?
it's an innuendo. Polly did something to it.
Yeah, he programmed that robot to be sexy.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
they weren't around, and what he did with it, we don't even know.
Do you think he got like some sleazy computer guy to come over? He found him in like a seedy alley, and he
He's
was
like, I
"Hey,
wanted to
dude,
call me
You know
Big
anything about
Cock."
robots? I want a sexy voice on my robot." And the
Oh
guy's like
my
some drunkard from Philly. He's like, "Yeah, I do." He's got a hole in his shirt, grease stain on it. Comes into Rocky's house. He's fucking ripping off the silverware.
Wait. What?
We got a whole side movie here, Dave.
There's
Write
a
this
whole.
down. This is good
Listen,
stuff.
I want to talk about something else. Actually, that
4.5.
I want to talk about something else, Dave. And I'm going to talk to you about this because I'm sure you'll feel more level than me. And I don't know how anybody else feels here, but I know my husband makes fun of me. Now, talking about the ocean and lakes and small bodies of water that children and people swim in, right? I cannot go in any water that I can't see my feet. So I've gone in the water in Jamaica for about 5 minutes. I went in the water in California for about 15 minutes. And I went in Florida. And that was only because I could see. And I was like, yep, I'm good here. And I went back off the shore because I don't like being in that kind of water. I don't know what it is. However, I found this article that this girl in Texas, she went swimming in a river, right? And I'm gonna get the river up.
They got Mexican water that runs through those
Wait a
rivers
minute.
and shit.
It's the
In
it was Labor
Texas,
Day. It's
and it was
the
near Waco.
Brazos River near Waco.
Waco.
Okay.
That's South Texas.
Now listen,
man.
Yeah.
That's by
this
the Gulf.
girl, she's 10. She went swimming in the lake Labor Day weekend, and she got a brain-eating allergy
Yeah.
amoeba, whatever, in her fucking brain. This thing
They-
is eating her brain
they
from
climb through the
swimming in this
ears.
river.
Yeah, you don't swim in those rivers. You don't swim near
What?
anywhere body of water near the Gulf of Mexico. Stay out.
I
of
don't
it.
swim in any body of water.
No, but yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Am I not crazy? Am I crazy?
No. I think and again, even like you're cautious because you're like, I don't see my feet. It's like a weird phobia.
Yeah.
For me, it's like I know where the runoff is coming from. Like,
Exactly.
I know what's in that water.
Imagine if you're off the coast of Florida
Right.
in the Gulf of Mexico in a beautiful fishing boat, and you're just swimming literally, in water that, might be a mile deep or something. Yeah, it sounds kind of scary, but guess what? That's way healthier than swimming in a river where you can potentially get these amoebas. Mike was totally right. It's the runoff.
Mark. Mark.
Yeah.
His name is Mark.
It's okay.
Mark.
He's like Mike.
I'll be Mike for you.
Sorry, dude.
He said, "I'll be Mike for you."
Get back to the point. It's important.
No, really, go.
Yeah.
Well, did your uncle name you?
Uncle Vince? No, no, Vince did not.
Oh, he got because
See
of
the
Mark.
joke? Yeah,
Mark.
Oh yes, no.
Yes,
Vince did not.
yes.
Vince did not. Name
But
it. That was good.
But
Go back to your story. It was better. Go.
I just met the first unfunny Canadian.
I love it. I actually keep listening to some
What are you
words you
talking
say.
about?
I'm like, I don't mind that. It's about a boat. A boat.
What you talking about?
A
Boat.
What are you
Sorry
talking
about
about, Dave?
What are you talking about? Boat.
Sorry about that.
I'm like, I'm so Italian. I'm like, boat.
Sorry
What are you talking about?
What was that movie we watched with Kevin Smith's daughter? Sorry about that.
I don't know.
With the little sausage Nazis.
Oh, that's right. The sausage Nazis. That thing was so fucking funny. Go back to your story. Wait, River. Story. Water. Go.
Dave.
Dave.
Mark was talking about that. No, I was just basically
All
just
right.
confirming
Well,
that
look,
Mark
it
is
seems
totally
like that
correct on
died. Dave, I got a question
No,
for
I
you.
don't want to die. I really want to talk about that. It's important because I see a lot of
alright.
people with their children and people. They're swimming. It's
It
going up
depends
your
on the
nose.
body
It's
of
going in your
water.
ears.
But think about it. Like along the lakes, the shorelines, the number one piece of trash that we see are cigarettes.
Yes.
And everyone's like, thank God this filter kept all these chemicals from going into my lungs. And then they throw it on the floor and it runs into the nearest water or the water table. Like we live on an island.
Right. If I was on a boat, right, in the middle of the ocean, I would be more amped to go in that water in the middle of fucking nowhere than being up by the shore.
Yeah, and that's what David was saying.
No
Yeah.
way, I'm scared.
But even you're looking at these
that shit is scary.
you're looking at these
Fuck that.
You're looking at these areas like the Gulf of Mexico, and they get a dead zone for like 2 to 3 months out of the year where it kills every fish
Yeah.
for hundreds of square miles.
What?
That
Where
new
is that?
Godzilla. They took out all
They-
the oxygen.
So, right. Well,
Wait,
they have bacteria that grows in the water, and it's because of all the nitric oxide in the chemicals we put on our lawns. It goes into the Mississippi, it runs all the way down, and then you have this mass dead zone because all of the chemicals go to one
Sit
area
there.
and they sit there and they can't recycle. And so eventually oxygen re-fertilizes the water and it kills all the algae. That's
Right.
because the algae itself is growing so rapidly that it takes all the oxygen out of the water.
Right,
So now
right.
all the fish start to die in the area.
Oh
So-
my god, this is
and
like
it-
incredible. But this
and
is
it's
why
like
I'm
hundreds
so.
of miles that get zoned off.
This is why I'm not going in a fucking lake.
Yeah,
This
I
is
know.
why I'm not going. I won't do it.
It depends on the lake, though. It just depends. Like, you just have to know what's in your surroundings to know whether it's safe or not.
Now
you
let
know?
me ask you something really quick. So let's just say the islands. Let's just say the Galapagos Islands.
Turtles.
No,
Right.
the islands, right? The
I like
islands that are away
turtles.
from all the mainlands. The
Right.
islands that have no fucking machinery and stuff
Yeah,
that we
yeah.
have. So in that water, swimming would be like the safest, like
Yes.
the cleanest.
Yeah, a bit of
Absolutely.
cleanest.
But
But you
there's
also,
not a lot of inhabitants.
Yeah.
Like I guess the Komodo Dragon Island.
Oof.
That
Where
water's
the hell
probably,
is
like,
that?
really-
the island of Komodo.
Yeah, but that
Ooh,
that water's
island of
probably
Komodo.
really
I got
nice.
wet
Oh, I
fingers
bet
of
it's
it.
very
It's
clean.
untouched.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm sure the whole island's very clean
Yeah.
for the day that
That's-
you'll be able to survive.
Imagine being.
For the
Dude,
one day, I get to.
imagine being. All right, check this out. You have ammunition, unlimited ammunition, but no pads.
No
You have-
armor?
Yeah, just regular fucking fatigues and shit.
Loincloth.
Yeah. And
Loincloth.
You're on that $1 billion survival. Would you do it?
How
A
long are you going to
billion.
survive?
You gotta get
Absolutely, I would.
You would-
Without question.
But how long? You
It
just
would be
said
the
that
gr-
before you know. But if they
Yeah.
say 3 months, you have to survive.
How long was
You know
Vietnam?
what?
72 hours.
How about this? How about this? Not even 72 hours. I would do it if my family would get $10 million a day.
How would you sleep?
Like, I would live on the island until I eventually die or quit for my family to get $10 million a
So
day.
either way, there's money. No, that's not the deal. You get $1 billion, 72 hours.
All right, that's fine. That's even easier.
You got to
Yes.
survive.
Billion.
That's
Absolutely.
easier.
I would.
On
I
Komodo
would.
Dragon Island.
I would spend the rest of my
you
days
seen
away
those
from my
things?
family to ensure that
Have
they
you
have
seen them
finance.
fight each other?
Would
They're
you?
six
Yeah,
feet
I would.
they're
long.
You know.
fucking crazy.
Do you know what I
6
would
feet
do?
long. That's small.
Do you know
That's
what I would
huge.
do? I would climb up the tallest tree.
No, they climb trees faster than
Yeah, they climb
bears.
trees. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Wait.
They're like
They're
big
lizards.
iguanas. They're like
Okay.
iguanas the size of.
Except they're
Do they
their
have
spit
Godzilla powers?
Is poisonous. The bacteria.
Do they have Godzilla powers?
No.
No fire
But
comes
if-
out.
Even if
No
they bite
fire.
you- no. Even if they bite
Wait.
you, their bacteria and their spit will kill
The light
you.
don't go.
Yeah, no.
No, it doesn't
Yeah,
do
their
that. All
spit,
right.
their poop, anything that you touch of them has a
So now,
bacteria.
how do you sleep on this island? So let's say you're 36 hours in.
Yeah.
You're
Can they
delirious.
smell you and sense you?
I don't think they're hunting.
Do they
at night.
want to hunt
You got to
you?
know the animal.
Do they want to hunt you though at all? They're plant eaters.
They're gonna know
They're
something
not
different
plant
on the
eaters.
island.
They're not plant eaters.
No.
Dave, where do you stand on this?
No, I was going to say that I've got 2 degrees in wilderness survival.
Give it
and
to me. Oh, I love
In
that.
regards to that,
You turned me on right
you need
there.
a raised platform. You need a shelter that does provide certain protections, but essentially, as long as you're in Indonesia, is where the Komodos are predominantly found. As long as you have a raised platform and a sort of divider around your sleep area and the outside world, you should be okay because they can't climb very far. There's several different things that you can do to protect yourself against them, but you just need to be aware of, like Mark said, the environment that you're dealing with and how to combat whatever native species are
Sounds like a
there
perfect
that
match.
want to kill you.
All right,
No.
last thing I want to get into with Dave.
Go.
What type of civilizations are under the sea? Like the aliens, I believe, come from below us, not above us.
Well, basically at the Younger Dryas period, at about 13,000 years ago, massive cataclysm caused the rise of the water levels. You have basically what was referred to as Atlantis under the seas. That's basically, it's a worldwide civilization that is the reason why you have pyramids throughout the earth and basically on the same equatorial line. So this sort of civilization was just flooded, just like the Christian and Jewish, traditions of the whole flooding and stuff. That's what lies under the sea. Ancient structures from an ancient civilization that reached out through the
No,
entire
I mean
world.
like alien races, though. Do you think there's alien races? Like, look at the creatures under the sea. If you took
Well, that's one thing.
them and plopped
Well,
them
hold
on
on,
the
hold
street.
on. Basically saying that
Hold
a
on.
kraken could exist, I don't think includes aliens. And it's not that I don't believe that there's actual alien races that exist. I just don't think that they're as common as people think they are. If somebody sees a UFO in the sky, chances are it was made on Earth. If they encounter something in the sea that's like a giant squid, it was here on Earth. So like all these like little gray guys and all that sort of theories of aliens, I think it's possible, but I don't think it's what actually is what we're seeing.
Do you think they're more humanoid than alien-like?
For those that actually might be coming here, yeah, but then again, I'm a little crazy, and I think that some of these species actually already existed on this Earth by the time that humans evolved to their current state, so they've just been here a long time, and they've been hiding.
How do you
But
feel about the crystal skulls?
Wait. Listen. Right.
those? Go ahead.
Wait a minute.
What?
I was listening to that interview when you were listening to it in the bathroom with Dan Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd.
Dan
And the
Aykroyd.
crystal skulls.
Yes.
Excuse
on
me.
Rogan, right?
On Rogan.
Right,
yeah.
yes. We were listening to that. And I have to say that it would be very sheepish for everybody to think that we are like the only fucking functioning species like this. I don't care what anybody says. Yes, we have a weird looking fucking fish and animals and mammals and whatever the fuck we have going on in anywhere of the world. They're all weird. But what we don't see is definitely things that aren't on this planet. There are so many planets and life forms and things.
Just, sorry to interrupt, but this is what's referred to as Drake's equation. A scientist in the 1960s essentially counted the visible universe, stars, made the calculations. There's no chance in hell that there isn't at least a civilization, a race that exists in what we see in the universe, which is probably a fraction of what exists. that isn't at least at our level. So that means there's chances are there's many races out there that are even more advanced than us that could literally travel the stars and probably visit us. So mathematically, without any emotion whatsoever, we know for a fact
Why do we assume that?
that
though?
this exists.
It's
why
not-
why
it's
don't
not
we assume that
assuming.
we're the smartest though? What
We're
if
not.
we
We're
are,
not the
though?
smartest.
No, no,
He's saying
but
there's more.
We're not,
No, I
we're
know,
not
but
the only.
he said that
that's
they would
again
have
like
travel
these,
to get
these
here.
creationists. They think, oh, we're the only intelligent species.
I'm not saying we're the
Really?
only
The
intelligent.
math
I'm
proves it
saying,
wrong.
but everyone always goes,
It's-
that
it's-
aliens are going to come here with this great technological
Because they put
stuff.
aliens to green people. Aliens, they say aliens because they don't know what the hell they're talking about. It could be people who just look like us.
But what if we're the universe's great hope to find other species, and
That's
we're
what
doing
we.
it very
That's
slow-
human arrogance.
slowly?
Right.
That's human arrogance. to
That's
think
what
that
we
are the
think
most
it is
superior
exactly. And I'm sure
But
there's
there's
other
another
worlds
planet
looking
that
going,
could
look
be
at
seeing
these
the
fucking
same thing,
retards
though.
That's a
fighting
low
with each other
spiritual
instead of building
vibration.
together. You know what I mean? I hear you through this thing. They could talk
You know
over. I
what?
hear you.
Yeah.
Why think another species that would be better than a human species?
Right, because then you would have again. It's
Why
like
not
the
think?
God.
Why
it's,
not think we could be equal?
it's the God
we
complex.
could be. We
It's
absolutely
it's
could.
what
Hold on.
happens.
If they've got faster than light travel, yes, they are superior to us. Because they,
Oh, of
they
course,
clearly
yes.
like moved past like these petty fucking squabbles and united to be able to produce a fucking system that can
Right.
let them
Why are we
travel
fighting each other
huge
instead of being
distances.
together? Who cares what we look like, what religion we have, what color our skin is, what fucking government we love? Why can't we all just go, you know what? We are a whole people. Why don't we just fucking.
That doesn't make money.
And no, it doesn't make money. And people live off of that moment of money and I want more and I want this. And that's just greed and fucking small thinking, you know?
Yeah, that's why we're stuck on this rock instead of exploring the stars like we were promised in the 60s with the whole Apollo program. We should be living on the moon by now. Damn it.
Living on the moon, having
Jetson
machinery,
style.
having machinery of the islands floating next to us so that we can have all our garbage and everything on one floating fucking island, right? Wasn't that it? Not a floating island, but a floating space, right?
You
Am I
had
wrong?
some
What was
weird
his name? I forgot
No,
it.
you had some weird garbage.
No, I didn't.
Musk, not Elon Musk. Jeff Bezos.
Yes, when he
Jeff
was
Bezos
saying
is floating garbage island in the sky.
Yeah.
to get rid of all the
Yeah.
waste on the earth, right?
You
I was,
know about this?
you know, I think about all
He
those
wanted
things.
to do some garbage facility up in space.
It wasn't just that. He
Start
was
polluting
also
up there
he was
from,
also
the
saying
source
though
instead of doing it from
to
down
take
here.
all of the criminals. He was saying take all the criminals in the prisons and also putting them onto another planet.
Yeah.
Like, why not separate? You make these faces, okay? And I'm not saying that this is right or wrong, but it's something I would like to listen to
No, because I'm
and
thinking
hear
space travel
about.
for like what kind of criminals are you putting up there?
Did you hear about this stuff yet, Dave?
You know what I mean? Because like petty
no,
theft,
but
and now
I'm
you got
just
to do
thinking
space
that like,
travel
if
for a
you do
6 month
that, you're going to
bid.
get another
Seems
Australia, and they're going to be
extreme.
spacefaring. Like, look how well Australia is doing today. You want to put all the criminals together? Like, you're going to get a prosperous society, apparently, according to Australia. So I'm not sure if that's a good idea if you give them access to space travel.
Yeah, but Australia's like this isolated, fucking weird place on the planet.
I don't know
what I mean?
why would they have access to space travel if they're put on this place and they have to stay there?
Well,
Ship's gotta
from-
return.
Because Australia turned from a colony of criminals to literally a prosperous
Yeah.
first world nation.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't count them out, or count out anybody that it's forced to be isolated.
Do you
to
think their
create
isolation?
society.
Do you think their isolation helped in that, like not having anyone
Yes,
meddle
I
into their
actually do.
business? I
Yeah.
think so too, because you've just figured it out on your own. You're forced to.
That's exactly. You're forced to.
Yeah.
These are all things I'm really interesting. I like having all these conversations. It is 10 o'clock, however.
It
Do
is.
we
Yeah.
have to cut this short?
Can
we don't have
can I
to.
just say a final thing is that I hope that you guys didn't get in trouble with the brand in regards to going over last time when I did call
No,
in.
no, no,
No,
we don't have
nobody.
trouble.
There is no trouble. Let me
there's no
tell you. You know what
trouble.
the
It's
trouble
just we just
happens?
try to keep it because
I get a text message or a message or a call from my uncle, and he'll say, "Don't do this." But I am telling you right now, in my entire life, he has never called me and said, "Don't do this." So don't you worry. We're
no,
fine.
we try to keep it an hour.
We
Because
do.
on the brand. They research says that most podcast listeners are their comfort zones an hour, so that's why you try to keep it at an hour.
Yeah, we don't are actually stuck to the hour. We just try to keep it around
You
and want
know-
to keep everybody interested and involved, of course.
So,
But I don't necessarily want to cut this short. I want to say a few more things because, guys, being like awesomely changed over from just YouTube to Vince Russo's brand and Realm Network and Apple iPad,
iTunes, Google Play, all that
Google
stuff
Play,
where you get the
Apple
podcast
Podcast,
from.
whatever, right? Moving over to them, I feel like kind of cool, and I want to say I appreciate everybody, including my brother, making the time to come here a lot more often because he's a great vibe, and my husband, who's super supportive of me even starting this show a year ago. And look where I am now. I'm really excited. And Dave and Cap, I love you, and Josh and Madalena and Kay and fucking AJ and I'm going Derek and there's so many of you. I really trust me. I love you all.
Irish guy. Oh
I love
I'm
them
totally
all.
blanking on his fucking name. You know what I'm talking about.
Irish guy. Oh, NF Punk. We love you,
NF Punk,
motherfucker.
that's it,
No, but
yes.
really, though, I want to say this for a second at the end of my show. We really appreciate everybody who comes in here and just spills out their own views and ideas, and we accept it. And I'm not at all thinking what you say or what you feel. I'm into it. I like the difference. And Dave, you too, for spending so much time with us. We really appreciate the call tonight.
I really appreciate you guys taking my call, and it was a blast to have such a diversity of opinion
and different conversations, guys. Listen, next week, how about this? Let's do some homework. We have a great no marriage talk, but it was great. Listen, how about we do this? All four of us are going to be here. All four of us, I say, because you have to be part of these phone calls. You're awesome.
You know what, though? I just want to say real quick, just because marriage is in the title, it doesn't mean it's always going to be.
Yeah, it's not going to always be about marriage. No, for sure. Who wants to hear about fucking marriage all the time? We say unfiltered marriage because we are husband and wife. However, we are friends. You know what I mean? Like, we are really good friends for a long time. So we're not looking. I'm not looking at my husband. I'm looking at Rocky over there. You know what I mean? So I appreciate the friendship, and I hope you call in more. And
Minnesota Vikings fan.
Yeah, Minnesota in it. I love it. We appreciate it. But we love you guys. And let's do this project next week. All of us have to come up with one good thing to talk about the next civilization that we think is going to happen.
Next civilization.
Yeah, like what do we think is going to happen next? Something else next is coming, no?
God, I don't know.
You know what, Rocky? Fuck you. And Mark, fuck you. Are you with me on this
That
date?
is a very broad,
Yeah, because why can't we just float with it? You choose your idea from that. What I said, I want to see what you guys come up with and that idea.
I think
You hope what? Can you not fucking half hang on the chair? He's like Garvon. What? Not Garvon.
The question is though, because in
Who's the
today's
guy
world,
in
because we are
Beauty and the
already
Beast?
a
Gaston.
civilized civilization.
Yeah.
In
He's
today's
standing
world,
like
what
Gaston,
she's
like a
asking is,
statue.
come up with a cult.
Call it a cult. That's not what I fucking said.
Dave,
I'll
are you
tell you
still
what's
there?
coming. Judge Dredd.
No, wait a minute. No,
Mark said
Dave,
Minority Report before.
don't even acknowledge this. I'm serious. Like, let's come up with something cool to bounce off each other. I
I'm
know.
with the cult thing.
You know what? Fuck it.
I mean, we'll be
Me
the leaders of
too.
it.
I'm about to jump on Paperboy and jump this this boot over here with Paperboy.
Did you get the score back yet?
Score back?
Yeah. You know
First of all,
the
all
top
right.
score.
Might I add you? You had a very long day that day alone, and you had time to
you have
play.
Easy Street.
My
I have medium
husband.
hard and
Yeah,
the top
can you
score.
not talk shit? I'm fucking you up tonight, and tonight he's going down. I'm fucking him up. Tonight. And tonight I'm fucking him up. Listen, guys, I want to say, you could stay if you want to stay for our hooks, or you could drop if you want to drop. We love that you called in. You're the bomb, Dave.
I appreciate it, and I'll drop out so you guys can wrap it all up. And again,
We'll
thank you,
talk-
Dave.
We got to get in touch, Dave.
We'll talk soon. I will.
Yeah,
I will
Dave,
make you guys
I'm
in
gonna
touch.
Make him sign up with Skype, and I'll give him your Skype.
I'll
then.
make you
Okay,
guys
okay.
in touch.
All right.
All right, bye.
Do it.
All right. Later, brother.
Bye. I want to throw out a few hooks because we are missing some people. Of course, we're missing Nicole. I love you, you fucking bitch. That headache better be
Fucking
gone next
bitch.
week. No, but we love you, and the headache better be gone. And I love and miss John, of course. He's just can't come tonight. He's too tired. But we have the most amazing, my brother Mark, and he always makes time. You know why? Because he is
John.
Gaston. He's from like Beauty and the Beast, 7 room. He's Gaston. And Rocky, of course, my husband from Super Ugly Show, and my very fucking best friend. We love you all. I had a great time. Go check out Opie Radio because he is the fucking best, like, long distance friend I've ever had in my life, who always tweets me out. You're the man. Check out Opie Radio and fucking subscribe. We got Carl Ruiz at La Cubana. I'm waiting for my fucking invitation. That means you pull up in the car and say, get in the car, and I'm coming. Otherwise, I'm going to have to be over here. And everybody else, we love Statement Games. You know I'm rocking a tank top tonight. You know why? Because I fucking like black and white. And statementgames.com. Check them out. Go over Realm fucking Network. You don't like the way I speak. I hate you, and don't listen to me. No, I'm kidding. Listen anyway, because we're the best.
Steakhouse.
From what steakhouse?
From the steakhouse in the city.
La Cubana.
Oh, La
Cubana.
Cubana. We should do a show.
Carl
there.
lives in Queens now.
I'm calling Carl on the phone. We hang
do a
up.
show
He
in,
lives in Queens
in
now.
the restaurant.
I'm gonna La Cubana the shit out of fucking Unfiltered Marriage. Listen, don't forget to go to Vince Russo's brand. You know why? Because he is the sweetest man ever, and I love him, and he's great, and he's got a great family, and he's the best. So if
And
you're
it's
not
only
hanging out
$1
with
a day.
him, and
$1 a
it's
month.
less than
$1
$1 a day.
$1 a week.
Less. It's like $3.90 a month. It's the worst if you can't go over there and subscribe. You get so many shows and so much fun. Plus, you get to see me. And if you want to see more of me, let him know. And not every other week. We need every week for Unfiltered Marriage, don't we? We love you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next fucking Tuesday. Bye.